How you feel about what Jay-Z is being accused of?
Terrible accusation. I think what's iller is how people are reacting to the accusation. Like they putting them through the ringer. And I've never seen them do that before. So that's the thing, like usually things get brushed under the rug with him.
What do you think about the way they're portraying Jay right now?
The things that they're saying, they're terrible. It's hard for me to even think that any of those things can be true. I don't want them to be true. Like, you know, they saying they're gonna pick him up next year. I don't wanna see that man go to jail. As much as he's been to me, the way he be with my money, I wanna hope that that's the worst that he's been doing. I would never wanna hear like Jay at a freak-off party, like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? The shit they saying, and I just be wondering why he don't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's terrible. The stuff that I'm hearing and I see daily in that algorithm, it's about his family. I don't even want to say all the stuff they saying, but it would be such another big blow for hip hop. Regardless of what, perception-wise, Jay is also a pillar of hip-hop.
Dame Dash recently dropped a bombshell about Jay-Z and Diddy that has left fans and industry insiders buzzing. In a candid conversation, Dash revealed shocking behind-the-scenes details of his relationships with the two moguls, shedding light on the complexities of their rise to the top. This revelation not only challenges what many thought they knew about the iconic figures, but also exposes some untold truths about loyalty, power, and business within the hip-hop world.
After that, because there have been rumblings that if the investigation expands to Jay-Z's involvement with Diddy, like people think it may for the financial side, right? Now, it might go into the sexual too, we don't know about that. But the financial side seems to be the easier get, because don't forget, Diddy's whole enterprise was allegedly seed money by the BMF, Black Mafia family. I'm sorry, Black BMF or BFM, whatever. They were seeded by, right? The Black Mafia family. Why can't I think of that? Anyway, but also, it wasn't just Bad Boy. And when they were seeding Bad Boy with money, people are saying that Jay-Z's team also saw that as a way to get money and get those numbers up.
Like Jay does, yeah, like I hope that shit didn't happen, but I'm like, damn, they turned the world real. Like people on a certain level have been fucking with him a certain way where he couldn't do no wrong for like 25 years straight. This is the first time he's not getting a pass with white media. Like he can control black media because a lot of them either work or do business with him, but like, drink champs can't get him out of this one, and neither can Charlemagne, because, those are the guys that hold him down no matter what he does anyway. So he got to get to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight right now, because they on his head. But the question is why?
This is also where, what this makes me think of? The way maybe Jay-Z is so cold-blooded. Because if you look at this picture, Aaliyah is pushed up on Dame. Dame was the man back then. He was the brains, he was the charisma. Everybody looked at Jay-Z as just like a little kid. And you see in all the pictures, he looks a little, not awkward, but like he hasn't grown into jigger what. And I think maybe that's why he be so vicious, because he remembers the time where I think he wanted to be Dame Dash. I think Dame Dash had all the sparkle. I actually wonder what happened to Dame Dash. Where he just,
To understand the gravity of Dash's recent comments, it's important to revisit the history of Rockefeller Records. Dash, Jay-Z, and Kareem "Biggs" Burke founded the label in 1995, setting the stage for Jay-Z's emergence as a global superstar.
I'm the CEO of Rockefeller. Everyone's always known that. But what Jay did was pretend to be the CEO of Rockefeller, hire his lawyers on Rockefeller Inc.'s behalf and sued me. So basically, Jay's lawyers and Biggs' lawyers, but they're Jay's lawyers, were being paid by me, and the money that was generated from Rockefeller Inc. We all have our positions on the block. Jay was the rapper. I was the CEO. Rockefeller Inc. owns Reasonable Doubt. So he claimed to be the CEO and sued me on behalf of Rockefeller Inc., but used his lawyers, the dude Shapiro, right? That's a J lawyer. But Rockefeller Inc. was the one paying the legal fees. So in essence, Jay's using my money to pay his lawyers to sue me. So the auction happened yesterday, and basically no one showed up. Only Jay's lawyers, the state, and the crew that was initially suing me. The state made a bid for it, $2 million. They now have the state, for now, I guess, as a partner. I thought people really loved Homeboy Pause way more than they did. People did not show up. Drake did put a bid in for $6 million, but then he disappeared. So I'm like, damn, Jay didn't even make a bid. He didn't even want his own shit. He didn't think it was worth $3 million. He himself did not want to bid $3 million on this shit. A billionaire, suppose.
Despite their success, however, Dash's relationship with Jay-Z has always been a source of speculation. While Jay-Z's success was often celebrated, Dash's role was sometimes overlooked in favor of the superstar rapper's image. The tension between the two reached a peak in 2004 when Dash was ousted from Rockefeller Records, a move that Dash still reflects on with mixed emotions.
The final straw was at the Change Clothes video.
When Change Clothes came out, I had already had an office at Rockware. I was already done with Rock. I didn't want to run Rockefeller no more.
Me and Dame had a major argument.
I don't remember arguing with him about anything, but
Me and Dame always argue.
Okay. When he was saying that we argued all the time, that was just me coaching. It might have felt like argument to him.
These niggas don't want to accept when it's over.
Right.
The misconception about Rockefeller is they kicked me out. I left.
Like, bro, you gotta accept niggas don't with you, dog. It's on. He was basically telling niggas, yeah, we gonna fix this. We gonna do it. And I'm looking at him like, bro, this over. And he looked at me and said, if you don't want to be with Rockefeller, nigga, I give you your walking papers. You know me like, nigga, you ain't got the power to do that. I'm not on Rockefeller because of you. You crazy? And from there, that conversation, I knew. That shit was over, blood. Gotta make new plans now, Blizzle.
I had quit Rockefeller. I was done. My office was at Rockware. I didn't want to do the music anymore. You know what I mean? It was like pitching nickels for me. And it was dealing with morons every day, all day long. You understand what I mean? People that didn't give a about music, just cared about jobs and pretended that they were bosses of something they owned nothing. Right. You know what I mean? And then I could get into that all day.
Now, with new allegations on Jay-Z, there are growing speculations that Jay-Z could face arrest after federal investigators reportedly uncovered his alleged involvement in crimes linked to Diddy. The investigation suggests that Jay-Z may have played a role in organizing the infamous parties associated with Diddy, with claims indicating his active participation in these events.
Wait, so hold on. Why is there chatter about Jay-Z being in the same club as Diddy? Allegedly, it's because of his interest in young girls. So rumor has it that Jay-Z exploits young women in the industry, young enough to be his own daughter. Now, if you've been following Jay-Z closely, you'll know that he's far from the wholesome family man he portrays himself to be. So Jay-Z has been under scrutiny for quite some time. Do you guys remember when he was romantically involved with Foxy Brown? Yeah, she was just 15 years old and he was 27. That raised more than a few eyebrows. But wait, there's more. Jay-Z maintains close friendships with Diddy, Russell Simmons, and R. Kelly, each of whom has faced allegations related to their relationships with underage girls. Now, with fresh evidence coming to light, it won't be long before Jay-Z has to address these shady connections to Diddy.
Jay-Z is also alleged that he tried hiding Diddy on a secret island or staying low to avoid any potential fallout from Diddy's ongoing legal issues, especially following accusations of trafficking and other crimes.
50 Cent is saying Jay-Z is going to be exposed next after Diddy. So Jay-Z had a close relationship with Diddy throughout his career, and 50 Cent pointed out that Jay seems to be missing after all the raids rained down on Diddy. Jay-Z was allegedly named on Epstein's client list. Epstein is a prolific child predator who would serve up underage girls to the elites. Epstein would fly out his clients and the girls to a private remote island in the Caribbean where they could get away with it and the girls couldn't escape because they were surrounded by sharks. It's been rumored Jay-Z had his own private island where the same stuff went down with Diddy, and we haven't seen the footage until now. And the similarities to Epstein are startling. It's in a remote part of the Caribbean and it has a landing strip. After Diddy's private jet landed in the Caribbean, it suspiciously went off the radar. So users are suspecting Jay's private island is where Diddy disappeared to, or at least hiding evidence. And they are also suspecting that this is where the hip-hop Predator ring occurred.
With the whole Diddy that's popping out, 50 Cent is at Jay-Z's neck, because here's why. Jay-Z and Diddy rapidly was making mad money out of nowhere, and they always talked about it. Same thing with 50, but 50 showed you that he was a hustler. Yeah. It's damn hard to be a millionaire in this world. Let alone a billionaire. It's damn hard to be a billionaire in this world. Yeah. Both of them, if I'm not mistaken, Diddy did touch billionaire status. My point being is, has 50 been declared a billionaire before? No, but he's one of the wisest, smartest businessmen in this world, and he'll talk to you about business, he'll talk to you about how to make money, all that. It's like how Jay-Z has. 50 Cent has sold drugs just like Jay-Z has. Yeah. But how the hell is 50 Cent not a billionaire, but them two are? What you trying to get at here, bro? Hey, yo, it's coming out soon, Jay. They coming after your your is next. Rumor has it him and Beyonce are getting a divorce behind the scenes. They realize that they're stronger together than they are divided. So right now they're more so together as a business rather than as like a, I'm only doing this to shit. Jay-Z's name is getting brought up in this whole Diddy.
There are growing speculations that Jay-Z could be the mastermind behind Diddy's legal troubles, with some alleging that he set Diddy up as part of a larger scheme. According to these rumors, Jay-Z may have orchestrated the situation, positioning Diddy as the fall guy while protecting his own interests.
Jay-Z allegedly set P. Diddy up. Now, this came from, what's her name? Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright said that she believed, or she know, that Jay-Z set Puff Daddy up, you know, because he wanted to take his spot and all that. And she broke down how he, you know, did other people in, and she was making a lot of, as crazy as people try to think she is, she did make a lot of sense. Check it out.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. He wants to be the one. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life identity.
I mean, surprise. How could you be surprised with anything that happens in hip hop? You know, hip hop is the Wild West. So you're gonna have the good, you're gonna have the bad, you're gonna have the ugly.
You think he's being targeted, or some of the stuff he's got, you know, there's credibility on what they're coming after him with the tapes and the feds and raiding his Miami home, his LA home?
I believe he's being targeted.
You believe he's being targeted?
Yeah, I believe, you know, somebody, you know, has the power to pull the trigger to make, you know, this stuff, this domino effect happen.
These claims suggest that Jay-Z, known for his calculated business moves, could have been leveraging his connections and influence behind the scenes to ensure Diddy took the fall.
And if that's the case, then Jay-Z is the one working directly with the feds, and he'll probably pull TD Jakes out of it because he want to keep his money flowing. And don't forget that one of Jay-Z's executives was a known federal snitch, and she's known for doing this. Look, don't think that Jay-Z got something against snitches. He don't, because the chick that's working for him, she snitching. You know what I'm saying? But so don't think he passed that.
The investigation into Diddy's alleged crimes is expected to expand back to the 1990s, raising concerns that Jay-Z's business enterprises may also come under scrutiny. With investigators delving deeper into the history of both moguls, there are growing rumors that Jay-Z's rise to power during that era might be revisited, with a focus on his early business dealings and connections within the music industry.
It goes all the way back. It was 2008. I'm going to give y'all guys a little bit of inside tea. There are people that are going to be interviewed the first and second week of October, depending on what is found in those interviews. And it looks like there might be a lot. That investigation actually might be expanded further back into the 90s when Diddy was getting seed money from. And if that's the case, Jay-Z, yeah. Rockefeller Records, yeah, y'all fighting over these royalties. It might be more to fight over, but let's get into this.
I mean, Jay-Z basically gave up on the record label business. He's just doing the things around it. If y'all niggas want management, I got y'all. Okay, so which means you already need to be making money. You got an interview to go get for Rock Nation to pick you up as a client. Yeah. You don't just be like, yo, Rock Nation come fuck with us. No, you don't. You know what they're gonna look at? Well, he's grossing and he's bringing about like $6-7 million a year we're gonna get our cut. We're gonna put him in these situations. We're gonna get him to 10. Now we're making $3 million off of this guy.
Boom.
This is the
Done.
way. Easy cash. We're not gambling no more. Okay, sign up a bunch of people and be like, yo, well, we're gonna develop them for 2 years, get their look right, start seeing them on the blog, start doing this, putting them in this studio. It's a lot.
His ventures, from Rockefeller Records to Rock Nation, have since grown into multi-million-dollar enterprises. However, with this new wave of investigations, there is speculation that some of these business moves might be re-examined for potential links to illegal activity.
Why are you so on top of the business side of Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying? Some people like to just be an artist.
Yeah, I was actually forced to be an artist and a businessman because when I tried to get a deal, I couldn't get a deal, so I had to create Rockefeller Records. We actually created Rockefeller Records from nothing. And, you know, so I was forced to know both sides of the business.
If Jay-Z's business ventures from the 90s are pulled into the investigation, it could unravel a different narrative about how his empire was built, the possibility of his enterprises being tied to illegal dealings, and poisoning ex-business partners.
Guys, this is world coming to an end or what? Why has Jay-Z just got accused of poisoning one of his ex-business partners? God, you know, man, these stories are starting to get real sticky around this joint, man. You know what I'm saying? You got Jay-Z around here accused of poisoning his business partner and been hiding. P. Diddy around here doing what he do. Hey, man, I just want to ask somebody something, man. What do 1,000 bottles of baby oil look like?
Dash has been vocal about his suspicions regarding Jay-Z's actions for years. His public statements about the potential arrest suggest that Dash believes the allegations against Jay-Z are serious and could result in legal consequences.
This was filed by New York State. Jay-Z's statements to the press have poisoned the environment for the auction. He has claimed that he has the termination right under the Copyright Act and that the rights of reasonable doubt will revert to him in 6 years. In fact, he has no such termination right, and RAF is entitled to renewal term, which is now 67 years, meaning it will own the copyrights until the year 2098.
Dash's history with Jay-Z is well known, as the two were once business partners before a public fallout that ended their collaboration. Since then, Dash has been critical of Jay-Z, often questioning his integrity and business ethics.
Not 7 or 6 years. Wow. Given Jay-Z and RAF's actions, RAF is complicit by its inaction in pushing back such false statements. So that was filed by the state, and that means that in fact homeboy does not get his rights back completely in 6 years or 7 years or whatever was promoted.
Dash has not only expressed the belief that Jay-Z might be arrested, but there are also rumors that Dash himself could be called to testify against both Jay-Z and Diddy. Having been close to both figures during the height of their careers in the 90s and early 2000s, Dash may possess key information that could be valuable to the investigation.
Dame Dash, if it is proven, or the feds do expand it to the earlier Rockefeller time, they are saying that Dame Dash not only will be calling to testify, but he is going to grab them dentures out of that. What do you call it? Grab them dentures out of the, what do you call the things that look like Alka-Seltzers that you put your dentures in? Out of the, right? He better, Dame, you've been getting too much money. You better buy some GD Polydent and you better let that set. Literally, I get it. From what I understand, because you know I had to Google it.
However, Jay-Z's close relationship with Diddy and their decades-long friendship have already raised suspicions that Jay-Z may be equally involved in Diddy's alleged crimes.
2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire.
There's just been a shocking revelation from federal authorities regarding a highly private and scandalous video involving none other than Jay-Z and Beyonce, reportedly taken during a wild party hosted by Diddy. Apparently during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's properties, some rather intriguing discoveries were made, including compromising footage featuring numerous beloved celebrities caught in scandalous situations. Speculation is rife that Diddy intentionally leaked this footage to authorities as a form of revenge against the Carters, allegedly due to their perceived lack of support during his legal battles. It seems he's on a mission to embarrass them at any cost. Adding fuel to the fire, an unsettling audio clip allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy has surfaced, courtesy of Diddy's former bodyguard.
Beyonce is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything. Just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say so?
I mean, probably not, considering she's gonna be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there.
Given their influence in the industry and their intertwined business ventures, it's hard for some to believe that Jay-Z could have been completely oblivious to Diddy's alleged criminal behavior.
We didn't call it grooming back then. That his horseplay was a way of letting you know I could really hurt you if I wanted to. You get it? I could really hurt you, and that's what that kid probably felt.
Stephen A. Smith has expressed serious concerns following Diddy's arrest, warning that the situation could have far-reaching consequences for the entertainment industry.
When you look at P. Diddy, it almost seems clear. It's not just him thereafter. These are RICO charges. It's an indictment, it's Homeland Security. Homes raided in Los Angeles and Miami. Computers and laptops and iPads and phones and surveillance videos and stuff like that confiscated. They did that in May. You're talking about months later, and here they come with this indictment, and they're trying to make it so today, as we're taping this show, if prosecutors have their druthers, they're trying to make today his last day of freedom in his life. That's what they're trying to do. They want him behind bars today. Not next week, not next month, not when the trial begins and he's found guilty by a jury of his peers in their eyes. No. They want him in jail now. This is the level of urgency that they're attaching to this.
Some reports suggest that Jay-Z used to mistreat young rappers alongside Diddy, with allegations that he took advantage of rising stars like Nipsey Hussle and Usher.
You know, sometimes I treat my younger son like a older man, and not saying that I would condone that or I would handle it that way. Right. But you know, I think that it was a mistake that, you know, it could be, we should move past it. It wasn't like she was naked or nothing like that. And you know, if you look at the model game out here now, there's models like 14, 15 in Vogue, that's topless and things like that.
But people don't know that's their age.
Yeah. People don't know that's their age. What I'm trying to say is that nobody's really perfect in this game. And then I think we all getting scrutinized, from Barack Obama to Hillary Clinton to Reverend Wright to Britney to what's her name? Miley Cyrus.
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? To Miley Cyrus, that you know, we have to be perfect. And it's like, you know, sometimes people make mistakes.
There have been more serious allegations suggesting that Aaliyah's tragic death in 2001 was orchestrated by Diddy and Jay-Z to pave the way for Beyoncé's solo career. These claims argue that Aaliyah's untimely passing removed a major competitor, allowing Beyoncé to rise to stardom unchallenged.
I know a lot more about you than you think I do. It's time for us to stop pussyfooting with the truth. It is time for Aaliyah Dana Houghton's death to be properly investigated. By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Jam on your horn now, that fucking bullshit ass record. From the Austin Powers shit, it was some of the worst shit ever. They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah died.
And then they brought Rich Harrison in, and you know, kind of think it's crazy right now. She liked posing with him in pictures for Page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dane.
Dash, who was Aaliyah's boyfriend at the time of her death, has indeed spoken about her reluctance to board the plane that ultimately crashed. He mentioned that Aaliyah was extremely nervous about the flight and didn't want to get on the plane. According to Dash, Aaliyah had a bad feeling about the flight and was hesitant to board, but circumstances led her to take the flight anyway.
And I've done this before, and I'm constantly on edge. And Aaliyah, who by all accounts was extremely nervous, you have warnings from the pilot coming in that they might be a little bit overweighted. The plane is a few hours late getting in. It's a long flight on a small plane to Opa-locka, so she gets extremely nervous. She decides that she's going to actually get off the plane and go sit in the car for a while just to sort of get her nerve. And there's a little bit of dispute, a little bit of controversy perhaps.
It wasn't necessary. You know, I knew that that was going to happen. And then when she actually was saw the plane, she, we had the Blackberries, and she said, I don't like this plane. And I was like, well, don't get on it. And she was like, well, I got to because I got work to do. She got on the plane, and she always had a very serious fear of planes in general. So she had to overcome a fear to get on that plane on the way there.
What do you think about these shocking allegations involving Jay-Z and Diddy? Do you believe there's more to the story that we still don't know? Share your thoughts in the comments below.